clean up the gym together. Try to get you up nice and high so you can see, so I can talk to you. I got my Notre Dame sweatshirt on. Let's go Notre Dame. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'll find out in a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to start wiping down the board. I figured I would just do a clean and talk with you guys, because usually all I do is just listen to music anyway. I got a little light classical music on right now. And if you guys have any questions about fitness, just let me know. So first off, I'm going to start off by clearing off this board because it's almost December. I'll probably come here with the family tomorrow, do the December board tomorrow. Going to erase my turkey. I got to get some of those meta glasses so you guys can see what I'm doing, but I wouldn't know how to do that anyway. Eventually, I'm going to become more tech savvy with you guys. But if you guys have any questions about fitness, just ask away. I'll keep periodically looking at the board. But of course, while you guys are on here, I'm going to talk about the OEPD, because that is what I am passionate about. There's probably going to be a time, too, where you can't really understand what I'm saying, because I will be cleaning and vacuuming. All right, we're only in 90 seconds, which is good. Here, I got to clean off some of this. We're going to vacuum in here. All right. I promise I'm coming back. I promise I'm coming back. Don't go, don't go. Okay. Got to clean up the gym end of every week, right? It's extremely important. Clean up the small things, things that you probably see, clients don't see. I'm in the office right now, so if you can't see me, just because I'm cleaning up the office. I got some cool things in the office. I got to take some pictures too and try to sell some stuff today. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's better. Grab my vacuum, pull that out. Vacuum. Here we go. Anybody on yet? Nope, nobody is on. That's typical. That's typical. It's all good. All right, here we go. Still got to take the garbage out. Just going to wash my hands quick. Yeah, fill up the soap dispenser. I'd say cleaning up the gym is probably one of the hardest parts of the job. It's just tedious. I do it all the time. Thanks for popping on. If you have any questions about OEPD, just ask away. I'm actually going to vacuum in a minute. So if that bothers you, I don't blame you for popping off. I just don't get a lot of time to do these live videos. I work with a lot of people one-on-one. So if I get an opportunity to figure out something, how I can talk to you guys, I'm going to vacuum for about 5 minutes. I'd be so pissed if I hopped on a YouTube live and there was some guy vacuuming. But with the amount of traffic that we get in this gym, it gets pretty nasty. A lot of foot traffic. I'm going to have to start getting some booties. Make people wear booties in here. It's amazing. Like, you got all these little crumbs. Not even crumbs, but like dust things, little dirt, people's shoes. Oh, good. We got to move down here. And I've got these horse stall mats that I didn't line up properly. Probably down the road, I'll put new flooring in here, but it stinks because the horse stall mats, little pieces of dirt, little leaves from the plants that we have in here, they get stuck in between the mats. Leave a thumbs up if you agree that little crink, crink, crink sound in the vacuum is one of the best sounds ever. Probably one of the most satisfying sounds in the world. Right there. I don't know if you heard that. That's amazing. So the idea here, we're just cleaning up, trying to get all the debris off the floor. I'm going to get into some of the creases. Say like right over here. Even the Christmas tree kind of sheds a little bit. So we try to get whatever we can. I got this plant that's starting to shed some leaves, which probably isn't a good thing. Pick up these bad boys. Oh my goodness. Probably needs to be a little little bit more water. It's all good. All right, so you can't see, but I've got like this little crease, and unfortunately dirt accumulates in here. So what I do is I take the horse stall mat up and I get the whole side of the horse stall mat, make sure I get both ends in here and even over here too. All the way through here. Oh, there's a lot in there too. It sucks. Whoa. And then I got this little crease right here. This is so satisfying once you clean this up. Good. All right. All right. Now, usually I'm actually more proactive and I've got the mop bucket ready, but I did not do that yet, so it's all good. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about the OEPD here while I finish this part up. So the OEPD was created by me. Not created by me, right? It's an idea that's been around for a long time now, but it's almost like a powerlifting routine, right? What do we got here? We got one comment. I can only imagine what it is. Hey, Kathleen, what's going on? I appreciate you for being on. Is my mic still working? Yeah, it is. What's going on, Kathleen? Appreciate you. Oh, I got a vacuum in here, actually. This is the most important room. This is my office. I know you guys can't see. I'm sorry. I'll bring you for a tour in the office once I'm finished. Let me just vacuum in here, and I'll be right back out, okay? And we'll keep talking about the OEPD. Unless you guys can hear me, I'll just ramble on while I clean. I got, unfortunately, some obstacles in here. I got to sell some stuff. So once I pop off with you guys and mop, take some pictures. All right. Clean that up. Spilled a whole bunch of protein on the floor today. Well, the OEPD was created by me because I have been personal training for quite some time now. Oh man, that sound of just crinkling things up is like the best sound ever. All right, here we go. Because I've been training for 13 years. Like as a personal trainer, I've been a trainer for 13 years now. And I've worked with so many different people, right? Moms, dads, teens, older adults. And I could truly say the most common quote unquote issue with almost everyone is that they just don't have enough time, right? And time is short. Right? If we can do other things in our lives, start a business, write a book, hey, that's running away. I don't think you're supposed to combine the two ingredients here. I just combined Mr. Clean with Fabuloso. Am I gonna die? Someone leave a comment and tell me. I hope not. Put some hot water in there. But I've been training for a long time, and one of the biggest things I've noticed is, here, I'll pop on screen right now. Jesper, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you. One of the biggest things I've noticed is frustration, right? People are extremely frustrated with fitness, and that stinks because fitness shouldn't be overwhelming or frustrating. It should be something that makes us happy. And unfortunately, with the demand of social media, at least in my opinion, it has made fitness kind of overcomplicated. Because even myself included, and I can only imagine how it feels for the average individual who goes on social media. Oof, this is what happens when my son comes here. Oh, I can't even reach it. That sucks. Oh, we have to pull this out. Okay. You know, when you hop on social media, you've got all these different ideologies of how you should be exercising. You've got bodybuilding, CrossFit, powerlifting. I couldn't even tell you the other ways. And then, of course, I'm making it more complicated too, because I'm like, hey, do the OEPD. But then you've got all these different trends too. You've got Orange Theory and I don't even know, Mind Pump, right? The M45 or whatever his method is. And there's just so much out there. And I like the M45 or the M15, whatever Mind Pumps is, because it's supposed to be similar to what I'm trying to push. And that's supposed to be simple. Simple exercise. Right, here we go. We're going to mop here. Built like a Greek god. Sure. Fitness is supposed to be extremely simple. And training all these clients over the years, I get upset because I am, of course, passionate about what I'm doing exercise-wise. And I want people to see success. And it happens over and over where people, they start, and they go really hard, right? Life is good because most of the time, I learned this from Alex Hormozi, most of the time we're going to start things when life is relatively slow or quote unquote slows down, where we have time for us, which, now as a father, as a business owner, as a homeowner, I don't get a lot of quote unquote downtime. Now, I'm lucky and blessed in the sense that I own a gym. So if I get a cancellation, I know you guys can't see me. I'm mopping over here by the bathroom and stuff. If I get a cancellation, I am extremely grateful that I can exercise during that time. But I understand that not everyone has that opportunity. And, I was in those shoes one time. I was trying to be a CrossFit athlete at one point. I wanted to be the best. I remember doing CrossFit workouts in a little commercial gym, looking like probably a complete a-hole, grunting, sweating, almost passing out at the end. I think I even did an open workout one time in a commercial gym. And I was hoping, hi, Elena, Austria. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for popping on. I appreciate you. And I remember doing a lot of these crazy workouts. And the moment that it hit me, there's just moments in life that you remember, right? And I'm very grateful that this is a moment that I remember because it means that I don't have really a lot of hardship going on in my life. But came home one day after working out, and keep in mind, my wife and I had already bought a house at this point, and I was just training. I was working at a CrossFit gym. I was coaching a few extra hours just to kind of make ends meet because I feel like I had that mindset of like, hey, you are going to be the greatest CrossFit athlete at one point. And that's the attitude that you need. But I was just making it, right? I was just getting by. Then I came home one day and my wife said, I have to tell you something really important. And I knew right away what it was. I was so happy. I was so grateful, right? We had bought a house. We weren't married yet. But I was like, oh my goodness, we're going to have a kid. We're going to start a family. But then it hit me. You're not training the same way that you used to. Some people can. I give them so much credit, probably a lot of support from their loved ones. But I kind of came from an upbringing. My mom crushed it. She absolutely crushed it. And the other side was kind of non-existent. You know what I'm saying? My dad kind of left when I was young. So knowing that I was going to have my own kid, I didn't want to be that guy. I want to show my son that if you work hard, you can accomplish anything you want. And that's what I'm doing right now with fitness and training, being a trainer. Because sometimes you just have to put your perspective in a different view, right? I hope that makes sense. So when my wife told me that she was pregnant, I decided I'm gonna tone back. I'm gonna rethink what we're doing here fitness-wise. And I'll give you kind of like a personal piece of my life. I remember my wife and I went to go do taxes that year. For the first time together, we were filing together because we had just bought a house. And oh man, I think we were 23 years old, which is doesn't make me that embarrassed that I was 23 making this kind of money. But I made $22,000 that year, and she was pregnant. And I remember we were like, what are we gonna do? Like, is she gonna go to work? Is she gonna stay at work? She was working an hour and 45 minutes away from where we lived. And that would have just been a ridiculous commute. She was making really good money as a salesperson. But like, is that a good quality of life? So I just remember when we were walking out of there, I said, Allie, my wife's name, I'm gonna change and I'm gonna make enough. I'm gonna figure it out. And I did. And that's where we're at right now. So I've been doing this for 10 years, and I've noticed that people are frustrated with fitness, just as I was. So I would come to the gym after training people, because at the time it was hybrid, right? I was going home to home, training people when I was working at the CrossFit gym. And then I was like, you know what? You need to open up your own facility, which isn't always the answer for everyone, just so everyone understands that. But I opened up a facility, and there was a personal training studio, just one-on-ones, but not everyone wanted to come here, right? Some people live pretty far away. And I'm going to be completely honest with you quick. There is a point of this with the OEPD, I promise. But I'm extremely grateful for the support that I got from a lot of like my clients who lived further away. I'm going to go ahead into another room. But long story short, to narrow this all down to how this relates to the OEPD is I got frustrated with exercise, and I needed to figure out something for myself so that it was realistic. I'm going to turn you guys. Here we go. My dad left as well. I do know what he looks like, but he never wanted to meet me. Oh, I'm really sorry, Elena. That's really sad. I didn't mean to get deep with you. I'm really sorry about that. I kind of have a broken relationship with my father as well. And, but I'm a believer that things like that make us stronger and make us into the people that we want to be. And the only reason I mention that is because I'm getting to that point is I wanted to be as present with my kids as I possibly could be, because that's really important to me. I love the crap out of my kids. They're everything. I want to make them proud. And I know my dad wanted to make me proud too, but it was a different time. It was a different generation. And who knows? If he had stuck around, who knows what I would be like as a father right now. But that's not the point. I mean, it is the point. And I'm really sorry that happened to you, Elena. But so when I started getting really busy with work, I had just little time to exercise. And I got to a point of burnout where I was like, there's no freaking way that I can continue to do that kind of volume of CrossFit. I thought maybe there was a chance, right? I tried a few times. And usually what would happen was I would get sick. I get really sore. I wouldn't want to work out for like a week. And then one day I got here after training a few clients. I think I had a half hour, which is kind of where this idea evolved. But I never like pushed it like I am right now. And because I didn't know that it was like a thing for other people, right? I was like, oh, this is just what you're doing, Justin, but maybe other people wouldn't want to do this. And I'm also more mature now in the sense of I don't care what other people think or not. I want to just help as many people as I possibly can with exercise. But I had a half hour that day, and I was like, all right, Justin, what are we doing? Are we going to do like 100 burpees, burn it down, a bunch of kettlebell swings, kettlebell swing burpees, wall balls, right? Like all these CrossFit combinations. And then I was like, nah, you know what you're doing. You're going to back squat. You love to squat. And I remember back squatting. I hit like a really heavy rep, really heavy set. And that's kind of just where it stuck from there. Thanks for staying on, Elena. I appreciate you. Are you still the only one on right now? Because there's only one viewer. I had 3 likes. I don't know what happened to my 3 likes. I only have 1 now. That's all good. I'm not here for the likes. Just here to tell a story, talk to the community, tell everyone that I appreciate them. I'm gonna go take the garbage out. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me. Then I gotta mop the floor and just mop. I gotta wipe down the window because my son decided to lick it the other day. So yeah, the idea is just to create something that's unbelievably realistic and sustainable for anyone. I can't believe that there's somebody on. I feel like it's probably someone that I know. Hopefully it's not you, Ed. I want you to come back and not think that I'm a weirdo. All right, mopping up the bathroom. Then I'm gonna wipe everything down, all the equipment, with some Lysol wipes. And then I'm leaving. Does anyone have any questions about the OEPD or fitness? Or are you skeptical about the OEPD? Do you have any questions about the ideology behind it? Just ask away in the comments. If not, you can continue to just listen to me rant, which is, I guess, why people are still on. Okay. Oh, I gotta drink my shake. Forgot that I did my workout. I'll show you guys my awesome protein, or my coffee mug. Da-da-da. Well, I've been doing this for 21 minutes now. All right. I gotta dump this water. Do that right here. Then we're gonna wipe everything down. Gym is nice and clean for next week. I do this every single day, every night. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I work double shifts, 6 in the morning, 6 to 8 at night. And so I do it then as well. I should show you what I have in here. I gotta take a few pictures. I'm actually gonna probably pop off everyone. I appreciate everyone for hopping on with me today. Really, really, really grateful. And yeah, I'm gonna pop off and do some pictures. No one's even on anymore anyway. Appreciate everyone. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time.